everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Contra, and in today's video we'll be making paper clay. The recipe that I'll be using today is based off of another YouTuber's recipe, Ultimate Paper Mache, and I will link her channel in the description box. So check her out if you're interested in seeing what kind of awesome things you can make with paper clay. I've made paper mache before, but I've never actually made paper clay, so I thought it would be interesting to try it. All you need are shredded paper, some joint compounds, and PVA glue. I use Mod Podge, my favorite. I'll be using this paper clay to make a paper mache bowl, which I will be filming in another video, so just be on the lookout for that. So gather your materials and let's get started with the DIY, shall we? To start making this paper clay, you're going to take your shredded paper and place it into a heat-safe mixing bowl. And you're going to want to pour the hot water over the paper. I decided to add more paper to use up all the shreds, then wait for your kettle to heat up your water and just pour that over the paper. You want to use hot water to more easily break down the fibers in the paper, and you want to make sure that all of the paper is submerged. And let that sit overnight. Now your paper mass is ready. And next we're going to start blending. I'm using a hand mixer here, but you can use any blender or food processor, whatever works best for you. Just be sure to leave some water so that it's a little bit easier for you to process. Now it's looking like a newspaper soup. Hi, I just wanted to step in here and remind you to just please listen to your tools. If they are beginning to overheat like mine was doing, just be sure to give it some time to rest, because this baby was getting really hot, almost too hot to touch. So just make sure you just let it sit for a little bit. I know you just want to get the craft done like I do all the time, but you don't want to be messing up and breaking your tools when you don't need to. Just a little PSA. And continue to blend until all the paper is mashed up. The finer you blend this, the smoother your finish is going to be. Next, take a cloth or anything you can use to squeeze out the water from the paper mass. You can use a sock or a cheesecloth, really whatever you have on hand. I'm using an old kitchen towel, and you're just going to want to wring out most of the water. And just repeat the process until you've wrung out most of the water from your entire paper mass. You'll end up with these paper balls, but you'll want to break them up so they look like this. Check to make sure that the mass is not too dry. You want it to kind of stick together, kind of like this, but you can always add more water if necessary. Next, we'll take a cup and measure out our paper mass. I'm using an old candle jar, and you just want to pack that into your container. I'm doubling Ultimate Paper Mache's recipe, so I'm using 2.5 cups of my paper mass. Now that I have my paper mass measured, I'm going to use the same container to measure out the rest of my ingredients. I'm going to take my joint compound and I'm going to measure out 2 cups and add that to my mixing bowl. Now take any PVA glue, Mod Podge, or Elmer's glue and just pour that into your mixing bowl. I used about 1.5 cups. I actually just poured in the whole container and then just mix that all together. I mix mine by hand, but you can definitely use a hand mixer if you prefer. And you'll want it to look something like this. Next, we're going to add flour. Flour actually thickens this mixture, so feel free to add as much or as little as you'd like. Once incorporated, you're going to knead this mixture. It's kind of like kneading bread. I know a lot of people who really got into bread making this quarantine, so we should be pretty good at this, and this is actually my favorite part. I would say it's a productive outlet for your anger, so definitely put your feelings into this one. Look at us. We just made paper clay. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, seeing how easy it really is to make paper clay. It just takes a little bit of time. Other than that, I thought it was a really fun DIY. I feel like you can use it to make anything pretty much. And I think that's what's really awesome about this project. It's very versatile. You can use it basically as clay, and that's like the beauty of it. Just make sure you don't use the DAP joint compound. According to Ultimate Paper Mache, she mentions that there is like a chemical in the DAP brand that doesn't really allow it to set as well as another brand would, so keep that in mind. The joint compound that I used has like a 24-hour dry time, so you want to make sure that the joint compound that you buy is not like the quick dry kind. You want to give yourself some time to work with the medium. So just make sure you get something that has a little bit of a longer drying time so that you can kind of mold things and shape things. But I hope you enjoyed watching this DIY as I enjoyed making it, and I hope you try to make it too. If you do, please let me know. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you'd like to see more DIYs, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I do post a new video. Thank you so much again for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye! Take care, everyone.